So hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Infinite Realms. So this is a tough one because it was it was well, it's a tough question. Let me throw it out there. Me and my wife have been discussing it for a little while, and it's a good point. When is it nostalgia and when is it a genuine love? So I mean, nostalgia is wanting to bring back your childhood. And I say I'm not a nostalgic guy, and what I mean by that is I don't want to bring back my childhood. At the same time, there are things I genuinely love that I found in my childhood. Star Wars, Marvel, comic books in general, um, professional wrestling, later on, Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, and I've liked these things the whole way of my life. I don't think I ever have not loved them. I used to collect the old Toy Biz lines back in the day, and you know, I did like those toys, but I also don't have a desire to re-own them because let's just face it, Toy Tech was not the best, and these were not the best designs, and there are some of them that are total crap. I mean, they're fun, and I won't say I don't own any, but I don't own a lot. And most of the time, it's ones I owned and found reason to just hang on to. So, yeah, it's not like I want to go back to that. So, if I'm buying Marvel Legends now, why am I buying Marvel Legends now? It's, well, the characters I buy, I genuinely like. And there are different levels of liking. I mean, my favorite characters are like Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America. And I won't say they've always been that way, but I mean, it's been that way for quite a while, long before MCU got involved. I can say that with 100% certainty. I mean, I was rooting for Cap and Thor and uh, Iron Man, like when people were going on about the X Men. Okay, and it wasn't that I didn't like the X Men. I loved the X Men. I really enjoyed the X Men. The X Men weren't the same thing to me, though. I mean, they were different, and they were probably in my number 5 slot somewhere. Um, I would say as high as number 4 whenever Claremont was writing. But again, that's a genuine love for those stories. What happened in those stories? I mean, I really like Marvel Team Up. I don't just have nostalgia for it. I genuinely have always liked that book, Marvel 2-in-1, with the thing and basically the things Marvel Team Up. I love that book too. I am not nostalgic for it in the slightest. I enjoy what it is and still like it. So I just hear people use the word nostalgia a lot, and it kind of makes me go, huh? Because, I mean, is it nostalgia? I mean, when is it nostalgia and um, when is it genuine love? And what is the difference? And what makes it, I don't know, what makes it genuine love? I mean, so here's the dictionary definition of nostalgia: a sentimental longing or wistful affection for the past, typically a period or place with happy personal associations. So, yeah, I mean, so here I am. I'm sitting here thinking about, okay, Spider Man, 80s and some of the early 90s. Spider Man, those stories, those I really like. The Clone Saga really burned me. But, okay, so am I sentimental, longing, or wistful affection? No, I just like those stories. I think they're good stories. If you watch a movie, I mean, okay, is it nostalgia to realize suddenly The Thing was a good movie? John Carpenter's The Thing was an actual good movie. Is that nostalgia? Or is that, oh, wait, I dismissed this movie because everybody else did. Now I understand this is a great film. Yeah, exactly. They Live is another great film. Again, I'm going to Carpenter on this. It's not nostalgia if you dismissed it because everybody told you it was a bad film, and then you find it years later and realize this is really a great film. People lied to you. And so, and that seems to be what has happened with those two films. People will watch them and go, oh, wow, these are really cool, clever. Yeah, they're very nihilistic, but they're very good movies. I mean, the thing about The Thing is this is what happens in a horror movie when people don't act like idiots. I love that. I heard that on a somebody talking about the Thing franchise, quote unquote, which I never really thought of it as a franchise, but I guess it is because there were video games, there were comics, there was an attempt at a prequel. They lopped in Thing from Another World in there from the 1950s. I don't know if that would really fit in as a franchise. I kind of prefer The Thing being its own standalone thing, but you know that they were talking about how amazing it was that in the prequel Thing, everybody acted like a complete moron, whereas in The Thing, everybody acted like they had half a brain, which is irony. And I think it is. I think it is kind of irony. Okay. So, we got down nostalgia. A sentimental longing. I think that's the key phrase there. So, what about love? The dictionary meaning of love. An intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure of something. Okay. So, here we go. I mean, is it sentimentality that makes me enjoy these stories? No. I genuinely have a great interest and pleasure in the stories and things I like. We'll talk about Marvel a little bit, okay? I like Infinity Gauntlet. I like the updated Secret Wars. Not the original. I mean, I do like the original, but I'm talking about the one that came out a few years ago where it was all about alternate realities and God Emperor Doom and all that stuff. Yeah, I like that one. So, does that mean I like everything Marvel? No. Oh, in fact, I'm pretty pretty fed up with Marvel at this point with the Avengers Forever and all that crap. It's just, oh my god, the multiversal Avengers versus the multiversal Masters of Evil, and it just yeah, I mean, and I can handle multiversal stories. I like multiversal stories. Those are fun. But this one just went to the point of give me a damn break. You know, Tide Pod Wolverine is going to, I mean, come on. There's a universe where I'm made out of candy. So we have, Candy. Captain Candy. Yeah, I mean, there's a ridiculous point you can take that to very easily. So you have to kind of watch it. And I'm not going to ever have nostalgia for that. I don't really have nostalgia for Secret Wars, nor do I have nostalgia for Infinity Gauntlet, nor do I have nostalgia for the original Secret Wars. I've read them, liked them, enjoyed them, and still enjoy them. I mean, if they put out a Doctor Doom in his Secret Wars armor, I'm buying that. For Marvel Legends, I'm buying that sucker. Not because of nostalgia, because I genuinely liked that story. I thought it was a good design, and I think it deserves an action figure. So, I mean, that's not nostalgia. So why do we say nostalgia? Well, I mean, some of us want to say it just kind of justify that, oh, I like this. This was good. Yeah, okay. That's fine. And you can do that. But if you have a genuine love for it, have a genuine love. I think nostalgia wears off after a while. I mean, especially if it's like, oh, back in the days whenever, you know, I, this is me talking for myself. This is why I'm not nostalgic for the yellow and blue uniformed X-Men and the X-Men Legends in the Marvel Legends line, because I was never nostalgic for that. I mean, I don't know. It's not something that appealed to me at the time. It's not a look that appeals to me. I mean, it was too. And keep in mind, I had been reading X-Men for so long. I remembered when Thunderbird died. And I've been reading X-Men for so long that I was like, one of the things I liked about X-Men is they never had a uniform look. And then all of a sudden they gave me a uniform look and I didn't like it. So, I am confounded by why some people do like it. I mean, I don't get me wrong. To each your own. You like what you like. But I don't understand why that is appealing to so many people. That's just me talking. Okay? So, yeah, that's the point. When is nostalgia? When is it nostalgia? When is it a genuine love? I would say people who stick into it long term, probably a genuine love. Or they're making money off of it. One of the two. You know who you are. Don't look at me. But, I mean, I feel like I've been in this long term. I know I've been here since 1977. And yeah, I did downsize my collection during the dark times, but, I'm back building it back up. Rebuilding my collection. Why would I do that if it was just nostalgia? That has to be love. There it is. It has to be love. I am in this for the love of it. I would not try to rebuild this collection of Marvel Legends and other items like wrestling figures or, I wouldn't even think about rebuilding this if I didn't love all this and enjoy it and get excited when I get it, So, yeah, it's like, that's all there is to it. I'm in it for love. Are you in nostalgic? Just going back to that little feeling, or is it that you just enjoy it and that's it? I mean, you gotta think about that for a while, don't you? I mean, it is kind of a strange question, but I think it's a good question to get an answer to. All right, that's gonna do it for this version of Topic Tuesday. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tune in every Tuesday for another one of these. Just something at random.